So, you are considering an evaluation for your child, but are unfamiliar with IDA and the IEP process. Let me try my best to help ease your mind. First, what is IDA? IDA is a law that makes available a free, appropriate public education to eligible children with disabilities throughout the nation. This law is also what ensures an IEP for your child. An IEP, or Individualized Education Program, acts as a map that lays out the special education instructions, supports, and services a student needs to thrive in school. Let's dive a bit deeper into the guiding principles of IDA for a moment. First, there is a complete individualized evaluation of the student. All areas of suspected disability must be assessed, including any specific parental concerns. Then there's FAPE, or the right to free, appropriate public education. Every student, regardless of ability, is entitled to FAPE. Third, the IEP. This comprises of a written statement. Third, this comprises of a written statement of SPED services provided to meet the needs of a student. Next, the least restrictive environment. FAPE is to be provided alongside general education peers whenever possible, depending on the severity of how the disability affects the student's performance in the general education classroom. Parental participation also plays a role here, with IDA ensuring parents are full and equal participants of their student's IEP team. Lastly, there are some procedural safeguards, which essentially means additional rights for parents, such as having to give written consent or the right to access their child's records in regards to the IEP. But then, what exactly are the steps of creating an IEP? First, there is referral, which is typically requested by parents or teachers, and it requires explicit written consent from the student's legal guardians. Next, there is the actual evaluation, which will happen within 60 days of the initial referral. Next comes the eligibility determination, which is based off of the review of the student's evaluation. A student is considered eligible for an IEP when the evaluation reveals both A, that the student has a disability, and B, that it affects the student's academic and/or functional performance. The actual construction of the IEP then must take place within 30 days of the eligibility determination. The IEP is then implemented as soon as possible. Within 12 months, the student's progress toward meeting their IEP goals is evaluated again, unless the IEP team and the parents agree otherwise. Similarly, a re-evaluation must take place at least once every 3 years, again, unless the IEP team and the parent or guardians decide otherwise. I hope this has helped you understand IDA and the IEP process a bit more clearly. Thank you. That is all.